What's up, YouTube? Angry Jackal Brobrix. So I'm going to be doing some new things that I'm trying, and I will see how this works. So I'm going to basically be recording and putting images and putting links and stuff like that down in the description so you guys can follow. But basically, I'm going to cover some stuff that I've been checking out. One of the things that I do is I watch a bunch of YouTube and I check out Drudge Report, Drudge Retort, as well as a few other news outlets just to get a kind of vibe on what all the mainstream media is talking about, as well as alternative media, and then kind of digest everything into some, little mini pieces for you guys to digest. So first of all, there's a lot of weird shit going on with the presidential candidate, Trump. There is this, what do you call it? There's a emergency style broadcast that happened yesterday morning in New Jersey that basically said Trump to go 26th. Now that's interesting because the 26th is the first presidential debate between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. Is this some kind of a message for sleeper cells to do something during that debate? Well, I don't know. Or is it just basically saying, hey, Trump's going to go to the debate on the 26th, which is kind of stupid. Why would somebody send it across an emergency broadcast type message? I mean, it was like repeating. It's kind of creepy. It made me think MK Ultra immediately. Now, let's talk about Hillary. Hillary Clinton, on September 11th, 9/11, there's a lot of footage, I'm sure many of you have seen it, show her right at the end when she's getting into her motorcade or whatever, where she kind of collapses. And then they have a lot of videos floating around right now that are saying Hillary has a body double. And I took a look at the video, and it's pretty compelling because some people have really gone in and done some serious analysis, going as far as looking at the fucking hands, looking at different hair colors, swatches, things of that nature. And it's compelling. And then so you got this North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken, there was a footage of her supposedly at this new event, but the videos now are saying that was all green screened, and there's a lot of compelling evidence there as well. So those are some things to check out. So there's some funny business going on with the presidential candidates, which are interesting. And the question is that I'm going to pose to you is, what would happen if both candidates, for whatever reason, were not able to participate in the election? So, for example, Hillary drops dead from a fucking brain aneurysm and Trump gets assassinated or something of that nature. So if both presidential candidates are not available, what happens? To my knowledge, I don't know anything like this has happened before, so this would be uncharted territory. But I know the conspiracy folks that would be like, yeah, Obama's trying to become King Obama or whatever, would be very interesting to see. So anyway, that's kind of some news that's prevalent. The other thing that's kind of interesting, kind of coinciding with that 26th date, China's talking about, at least their space program, their telescopes and things have said that there is a killer asteroid which is going to be hitting us between the 25th and 26th. Now, that's kind of interesting, too, because that lends itself credibility-wise, because no other agency, NASA's not talking about it, Russia's not talking about it, no other space agency that I've seen thus far has chimed in that they agree or disagree with China. And I find that pretty interesting in of itself. But if you look back historically at all of these things leading up to everybody were pointing to FEMA and all these other things, saying that these are gun grab moves and all this troop movement, saying, yeah, this is all because they're going to come and take our guns. No, what if it's the opposite? What if a lot of this was to get us armed up and get us prepped as much as possible because they knew something was going to happen, and they can't come out and tell the regular population, because people would lose their shit if they found out that a fucking asteroid or a meteor 1 to 10 miles in size was going to plow into the fucking planet. People would lose their shit. They'd stop going to work. They'd stop doing things. All infrastructure would basically collapse, as a lot of people would clamor and go to the government saying, save us, save us, save us. What are you going to do? Especially if there's a no-win scenario. They're like, government's like, fuck, we can't do shit about it other than protect critical infrastructure and get our people where they need to be. So, you're seeing a lot of stuff over in FEMA Region 3. So that might be something that's going on. So anyway, if we do find out on the 24th or 25th or whatever, you give you a last minute, oh, by the way, a fucking meteor's going to slam in and a lot of you motherfuckers are going to die. I just stock up on alcohol and a bunch of other stuff and just fucking go out with a fucking party, man. I mean, really, why be concerned? You know, if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. So, anyway, that's some doom and gloom news for you that popped up. Now, another thing that's kind of interesting is you've got a lot of other space agencies complaining that China's old station, one of their old stations, is going to come down and plummet. And I find it interesting that these other countries are claiming that China's space station is going to come crash down at some unknown area. And at the same time, China's talking about a possible meteor strike. So what if China's just doing some fucking damage control beforehand, getting in people's minds, so if their space station does come crashing down, they can say, oh, see, that's what we talk about. That is the meteor. That is the asteroid we would probably go to was going to come down and crash, you know? So I was like, okay, whatever. So, I mean, you never can tell with these motherfuckers. They're all fucking liars, so you never know. That's going on. And, of course, over in North, make sure I got this shit right here. Over in Charlotte, there's a lot of protests going on. And I think last I saw there was some 12 police officers were injured. Looks like the violence there is escalating. Now, one thing that I am noting is that the violence towards police officers are escalating at a pretty alarming rate. So, you know, at least what's being reported in mainstream media. And I always take that shit with a grain of salt because you never know. They could be fucking lying to get police more on edge. They could be escalating things to get the population a little bit more rattled, making it more sensational. So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on that, see what's going on with fucking Charlotte. That's pretty much it as far as the stuff that I've seen today. And we'll just keep it going. So that's the news today, September 21st, 2016. If you like it, please subscribe. Tell all your fucking friends far and wide. Until next time, motherfuckers, please be good to each other.